what I want to do is not what I want to do with this channel is not be just fan fiction, but in general reading things. So like exploring, all the things that I need to see. What I mean by that is I want to read things and branch out to do other things. And so I'm doing this. The reason I'm doing this is because uh it's it's interesting to me. It just is. Like there's okay, this format, this video isn't going to be in the format of like other read like other scary story readings. It's just going to be me reading the story and just in general exploring this subreddit cuz I just want to have like the raw reaction of it. I like cuz here I don't want to real I just want to use my reaction cuz I feel like with all these higher channels they read it, but they don't have any attachment to the person. And I want to show people that I'm a person too, and I feel things. I don't know, but without further ado, we'll get started. We'll just read what's here for now. It's called "Weird Teenage Boys Following Us," submitted by Princess-X-X, I think, and it was pretty recent actually. But we'll start reading it now. Let me get in my narrator voice, or as far as I can get it. Let's see here. All right, we're starting now. When I was 15, me and my friends had recently started getting the train to different towns and cities, either to go shopping or grab a bite to eat. One Friday night, me and one of my closest friends at the time had no plans, so we decided to get up on the train to a town a few stops away for a meal. However, whilst, whilst we were on the train, we ended up bumping into a few guys that we knew from school, and they convinced us it was a better idea to go to the city instead, which was only a few extra stops away because it had more choice of restaurants. We thought, why not? We stayed on the train past our original stop. Once we got to the city, we made a fairly long walk to the shopping corner center to go get some food. But by the time we'd finished, most of the shops were closed and we had no money to spare anyway, so we decided to make our way back to the train station. On the way back, we spotted a group of lads hanging around outside the shop entrance. They looked a couple of years older than us, and they noticed us too. Me, being young and stupid, asked them if they had the spare cigarette. Oh, how I regret that question. They gave us, wait. one take. One take, no edits. Because I do not. Oh, how I regret that question. They gave us some cigarettes and we got to talking. They asked us loads of personal questions without thinking we just answered them. But then started getting a weird feeling. Friend started pulling away from me and she was trying to talk to me. I felt uncomfortable. Or I could tell she felt uncomfortable. They tried to get us out of the situation. They said we really need to go as our train was coming soon. They said they'd walk us to the station, which neither of us were comfortable with, but we felt we had no choice. On the way back to the station, they were being loud, rowdy, shouting abuse to random people. I hated being in that situation and wanted nothing to do more than just to leave. Also, my friend was being almost led away by one of the guys, and I was panicking in case he didn't come home with me. We got to the station and we tried to walk away to our platform, but the boys announced that they were going to come back on the train with us. What? What awful visions of them following me back to my house. At this point, I grabbed my friend and told her I needed to get to the toilet. Urgently, the boys waited for us, waiting right outside the toilet, so we were no way of sneaking away. Once we were in the toilet, me and my friend were panicking and shaking, trying to think about what on earth we should do. Whilst this was happening, there was a woman washing her hands who saw us obviously upset and was looking at us. She was leaving the toilets. The lads started, "Hurry up, you bitches, don't keep us waiting." The woman must have heard this and put two and two together. She came back into us and asked those boys were waiting for us. We said yes, and she grabbed both of us by the hand, saying, "They won't be doing anything if you're with me." This amazing lady led us out of the toilets. One of the boys tried to come over to us, and she told him to get away and leave us alone. Uh, Wait, what? I am like so crooked right now. Like I'm baked. Not that kind of baked. uh, oh my god, I just. Okay. This amazing lady led us out of the toilets. One of the boys tried to come over to us, and she told him to get away and leave us alone. She walked us all the way to the doors to the train, wished us well, and thankfully, as we walked away from the group of boys, a couple of police officers had approached them, so I was hoping they couldn't follow us anymore. Thank you, the amazing lady who helped me with my friend that day, and forever grateful. And the group of creepy lads, I hope we never meet again, and I hope you know you caused me fear of being in public at night for a long time. Well, just a standard like stalker story, nothing crazy. But I think things like this is interesting because it gives you a perspective on other people's lives and what they go through, and it's the possibilities of what happens in the past or something that could happen to you. Because these kind of things happen, and you need to be alert whenever you can. Especially since I'm in Florida. Since I'm in Florida, I am pro pedo bait. Like, motherfuckers will take me and do whatever they want with me here. And I don't want that. I'm underage. And I do not want to be fondled with by some gross, bald man. But anyways, that was the first story. Should I read another one? I think for the first episode, I will. Just, I think there's the format I'll follow. I think I'll read a medium story, then a short story, and see what happens from here. That's what I'll say. Cause just this interesting for anyone who's watching. uh, but as far as I know, this should be because I just want to do this on my own time, not just read fan fiction. Don't worry, fan fiction isn't going away. It's just I want to just do other things for now, or I want to branch out and do more reading based stuff. This is what I want this channel to be, just me reading stuff that I find interesting. So let's continue. Let's go with this one that was submitted at least a day ago. My dad saved me. It's short as it says. Uh, it was submitted by D's94. So here we go. I was 13 years old at the time. Now I'm 22. On vacation with my parents in Turkey. We were in an inclusive hotel and enjoying the holiday. The hotel was full of tourists from different countries. There was one guy around 20 who was staring at me for some time. I felt uncomfortable and asked him how he was doing. Wrong choice. The next few days, everywhere I was, he also suddenly appeared. Not flirting, just lurking for hours and watching me. He had a really strange vibe around him, and I felt like I shouldn't be alone with him. Now, I was still young, so my parents didn't want to leave me alone in a foreign country, so he couldn't bother me. But one night there was an entertainment in the hotel, which became boring to me after some time. I told my parents I wanted to go to my own hotel room and I would see them in the morning. I left and walked to the elevator. What I didn't know was the guy who was watching me for days was leaving and he had followed me. When I saw him also coming in, I was in great fear. He looked at me silently with a sinister style. With a sinister smile. This is it, I thought. Rape, assault, or maybe even worse. Uh, and just before the doors of the elevator were closing, someone stuck his boot between it in order to prevent the doors from closing. I was not kidding. I could see what was a boot. The door opened and it was my dad. I saw the creepy guy leaving at the exact time I had left and didn't trust in. He looked the guy in the eyes and said hello. My dad took me to the hotel room. To this day, I'm so glad for the rescue because I didn't want to know what would have happened to me if he didn't. So, yes, just some creepy guy wanted to booty rape you. Oh my god. Hey, I don't censor myself on this fucking channel. But, babe, I mean, in hindsight, that would be creepy. You know, fine, it's just being the possibility of getting booty raped by someone. But hey, what can you do? That was like what years ago. She's like, I'm assuming this is a female. Like she said she was 13 at the time, and now she's 22. So this happened like a while back, before I was even born, I think. Or no. Maybe like I was youngish. I was about 6, around that. But anyway, I hope y'all have a good day. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of, or what should I call this series? Hmm, I guess exploring the Let's Not Meet subreddit. I think that would be, and then like in brackets Ep 1, because I want this to be a reoccurring thing, just to see, just to come back occasionally and see some stories here and there. I think that's what that's called, right? Meet subreddit. You know what? I'm gonna save this. Hold up. uh, uh, anyways, I'll see y'all later, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Goodbye.